Alright, for this video we're going to be talking about dividing polynomials. So before we just been working with trying to factor polynomials and graph them. Now we're going to try and divide them. Before we get started, I want to get over some basic terminology. With dividing anything really, we have three main terms. Now when I said three, I of course meant four. We have the first, which is the dividend. The dividend is the number that's being divided. So the dividend, in this case, would be 18. The divisor, the number that's dividing the dividend, which in this case is 7. The quotient is the number after the dividend is divided by the divisor. That's the result. And then, last but not least, we have our remainder, which in this case is 4. And the remainder can be written as an expression of the remainder divided by the divisor. And we're going to be seeing this used throughout when we're dividing polynomials. We're going to have a dividend, a divisor, a quotient, and remainder. Now I need you to understand what they are because I'm going to be referencing them a lot. For our first example, we're going to be dividing the polynomials using long division. I'm trying to simplify the expression 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 7x plus 6 over 2x plus 1. Now our dividend is the top, our divisor is the 2x plus 1. So I'm just going to rewrite this using the traditional division bars. Now before we get started, it's important to realize that each space is being used. When I say each space, I'm talking about each exponent is decreasing in order. So we have x cubed, we have x squared, we have the x, we have the constant. There's no term that was skipped. For example, if it went from 2x cubed straight to 7x, that means that the x squared term would be skipped. We'll see one of those problems later. So we have our dividend divided by our divisor. We're trying to find this quotient up here. So the way to go about that is we're going to take our first terms and see what term multiplied to the divisor is equal to our quotient. Our dividend. That's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. So 2x times what number is 2x cubed? 2x times what number is 2x cubed? Well, we already have a 2 there, so we don't need to multiply that. And if 2x times x squared will give us 2x cubed. Okay. So now we're going to multiply this x squared to both these terms, and we're going to bring it down here. 2x times x squared is 2x cubed. X squared times 1 is a positive x squared. Now we're just going to subtract that whole term. And that's left with negative 10x squared. Just bringing down the rest of our information. Now 2x times what is negative 10x squared? Okay, that's just using simple multiplication. Now we're going to multiply this negative 5x to both those terms, the 2x and the 1. So we have negative 10x squared minus 5x. Now just combine like terms, we have 12x. Bring down the 6. 2x times what is 12x? And we're left with 6 times 2x is 12x. 6 times 1 is 6. And we're left with a remainder of 0. Okay. So in this case we lucked out, we don't have a remainder. So 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 7x plus 6 divided by 2x plus 1 is equal to x squared minus 5x plus 6. Here the problem is not so straightforward. It just says divide 6x squared minus x minus 2 by x plus 1. So I'm going to set up my division bar right away. So we're dividing by x plus 1, so that's our divisor. Okay. X times what is 6x squared? So x times what is 6x squared? We need that 6, and we need another x, so it's just 6x. So 6x times x is 6x squared. 6x times 1 is positive 6x. I'm going to subtract this from the whole term. X times what is negative 7x? We need that negative 7, and we have an x already, so and we're left with 5. X times what is 5? That can't really be done. So now we have a remainder of 5. And here's how they would write that. So basically you would start with your dividend and your divisor. So we're trying to simplify that, and that would be equal to our quotient plus our remainder over the divisor, just like you saw on the original slide. And this here is our answer. So we took our dividend and divisor, simplified it into our quotient plus our remainder over the divisor. Okay, remember back in one of the first couple slides where I said notice that all the terms are there and in order? Well, in this case, we're missing a couple terms. So we went from the fourth to the third to the second, and we skipped the x term. So we need to make a placeholder for that. And here we have x squared, and we also skipped the x term for this guy too. So when we write our dividend and divisor, we need to make spacers so you account for those missing variables. So we got our divisor, so x squared plus 1. And then we have 0 x's. Three x to the fourth plus 2x cubed plus x squared. Oh, we don't have an x. And then plus 4. Now they're not always going to be missing the same terms. It's just a coincidence for right now. It's just the example we picked. So let's move forward. We have x squared times what is 3x to the fourth? X squared, we need a 3 at least. We need a 3. And x squared times what is x to the fourth? We need another x squared. Okay, so 3x squared times 3x squared times x squared is 3x to the fourth. 3x squared times 0x is 0x to the third. And 3x squared times 1 is positive 3x squared. We're going to subtract that from the whole term. And we're left with 2x cubed minus 2x squared plus 0x plus 4. I just brought these two down. Now, x squared times what is 2x cubed? Well, we need a 2 and we need another x. 2x times x squared is 2x cubed. 2x times 0x is 0x squared. 2x times 1 is 2x. So just come out like terms, we're left with 2x squared minus 2x plus 4. X squared times what is negative 2x squared? I'm left with another negative 2. We have enough x's. So negative 2x squared minus 0x minus 2 Just multiplying that negative 2 to all the terms. And we're left with negative 2x plus 6. X squared times what is negative 2x? That can't be done. So this here is a remainder. So our answer, I'm going to write it in black, just kidding, just white. Our answer is 3x squared plus 2x minus 2 plus negative 2x plus 6 over x squared plus 1. Alright, there we go. After watching this video, you should be able to, or at least feel comfortable trying these problems. Page 277 from your textbook, numbers 7 to 13. And let me know if there's any problems whatsoever.